fans, and welcome back. I'm Jessica Mendoza, and I'm joined by Jayson Ortiz and Jared Stratton. Before we left for spring break, we had our picks for the Mountain West tournament, and let's take a look at how we're doing. And by that, I mean, let's look at me in first place again.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Here we go. I got 19.
You took all the easy picks in the Mountain West bracket.
That's interesting.
Look at
No
me.
upsets, really.
Back where I belong.
Hey,
For the record, I did go much better than anyone else last week, 9 for 12.
And you did pick the Mountain West champion, right, as
Utah
well?
State.
Yes, I got Utah State in
Gotta
there.
give you props for that.
And I
That
should have
makes
went
sense.
for, and I also will give a shout out to Corey Odom as well. He gave me the advice right before I went on air. He's like, Utah State's going to win, and I got to trust Corey. I have to trust him.
I know. We should say he did change his pick right before the show from my Nevada to Utah State. So.
And I couldn't be more correct by that. I mean, Corey as well.
And they both got bounced in the first round of the NCAA tournament. So
Oh, yeah.
Now
Sorry,
we're- here we are.
Jason, where are you on the list again?
I told you I'm where I belong on the bottom, all right?
I love that.
Accepting
Well,
of
we
it.
all have bracket busters and Sweet 16 predictions ready for you. So, Jason, why don't you start off by telling us what games have busted your bracket?
So if you look at this, the state of Kansas really just did me in, all right? I had Kansas State, forgot Dean Wade got hurt, didn't know he's not going to play, which is why they got beat by the Anteaters of UC Irvine. But they probably would have got blown out by Oregon anyways. And then Kansas,
Go Ducks.
I mean, Bill Self, I'm a little disappointed. But what can you say? The rest of them, 14 out of 16.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It was pretty
Honestly,
chalk.
that
Gotta
is
get it
very
up there,
good.
yeah.
I will give you that.
Yeah.
Really
You know,
far.
some light work.
Yeah, just.
Well, let's see how you did, Jared. Let's see it.
Let's look one more for mine as well. It's almost as red as my hair. So my biggest one was Marquette in Louisville going out so early, especially Louisville.
Yeah.
I remember our very early prediction. I predicted them to go to the top. Of course, I didn't do it this year. I didn't do it as soon as I put in my brackets this year. But with Louisville, I was expecting them to go a lot better than they could have.
Yeah, Louisville.
I was very mad,
Yikes.
and I know some other people that chose them to win it all, but like those are the ones that really got me mad. And of course, Kansas, the whole state as well, has been annoying me. But just that Louisville has just really got me down.
John Morant really got you on the Marquette one too.
Yeah, I was crying.
That was
a little
really
bit.
just one-on-one because
Oh, true.
Marcus Howard versus John Morant was basically that whole game.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Well, as much as I hate to show you guys mine, here it is. These are my bracket busters. I know you guys are probably wondering about Maryland and Northern Kentucky. Guess you could say I was trying to be a little bit cute there, trying to get lucky and think outside the box, picking a Cinderella. Clearly completely missed the mark there. Purdue kicking out Villanova. Villanova only had 24 at half. I expected more from the reigning national champs. Couldn't really do much about that one there. LSU barely knocking off Maryland. It was a 2-point game. So, just totally out of my control. I think I made the right picks. But
What was Northern Kentucky, like a 14 seed or 15?
yeah, they were down.
They were way down there.
I was trying to think out of the box,
But yeah, at least you were the only one to pick Oregon.
Hey, to be fair,
That's
there's
true.
only one perfect bracket left out there. So let's take a look at that.
Yeah, I don't think we have a graphic for that, but
Well,
I don't think it'll be perfect any longer because one, they have Gonzaga winning it all, and Gonzaga is probably like the 5th best team in the country right now, left
not
in the
even.
tournament. Yeah, probably not even.
No.
And they have UNC losing to Kentucky, which is Kentucky's still playing without their best player. So I don't know how anybody can pick Kentucky to go to the national championship game.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy that there's only one perfect bracket left out there, and we're so early into this tournament still.
Yeah,
It's just the crazy part of March Madness, I guess.
It's not going to be perfect for long, though.
Absolutely. Well, I think it's only fair that we end our final 4 predictions for the tournament. Jared, let's see your final 4.
All right. So with my final 4, my very first one and the most obvious one is going to be Duke. Duke, everyone knows them. Everyone knows they're the top team, except for Jessica. She thinks they're not, but of course they are. Duke, with Zion Williamson, there's no way they're going to be able to stop him. Taco Fall was able to slow him down, but I don't really think that's really going to happen again. There's not another 7-6 player to play against for Duke. And then I also have Michigan going in as well. It's not just because my boss likes Michigan.
Sure.
Are you sure?
Of course.
Are you
No,
sure?
they're playing in a very tough division right now. They're 7-3 versus top 25 teams. That is a very good record to have, and they're allowing 52 points per game. They have tremendous defense.
So does Texas Tech, their next opponent.
Yeah, see, that one, I think if it flips and Texas Tech ends up winning, I think they're going to go to the Final Four, but I don't think they are. I think Michigan has a stronger defense in this. And then also we have, with the South, I have Tennessee going in there as well. Tennessee, they have Grant Williams, and they have a strong 82 points per game. They had been on fire before the tournament, and I don't think it's going to slow down now. And then the last one, I think everyone has it. Everyone predicted it, UNC. A lot of veteran leadership in there, a lot of young players as well. I think it's a great mix for them. I don't see them not getting in the top 4.
I guess you're just hoping Tennessee doesn't blow another 25-point lead. Because that was embarrassing.
I'm just going to wait for your Final Four pick, actually.
Yeah, I actually think it's really interesting that you picked Tennessee, because wasn't that the team you guys gave me a really hard time for picking Tennessee?
We've given you a hard time over a lot of teams, not just Tennessee.
That is true.
Well, hey, I was right the last time.
That is true.
Oh, and looky there.
Wow. Well.
Is that what you're doing this week?
But remember when we made those 2 early picks? You know, he brought it up earlier already.
Yeah.
That
was tough. Oh.
Yikes.
Oh, yikes. That's even tougher.
Oh.
And look, me and Jason still in the running. I love the way we're looking at
Wow.
Jared.
Yeah.
Okay. Jared looks mad because
Okay,
he's like.
I will gladly defend Louisville right now. Louisville, they beat UNC on the road. In that whole season, they were like actually playing way better than anyone anticipated them to play. And I anticipated them to keep on going, but I ended up seeing that Duke game, and then I had to say no against it. And that was before I saw the Duke game. And they honestly almost beat Duke.
It's too late. It's too late.
They're
it's
out.
all over but the
Okay,
crowd.
okay, but
You can go crap.
and also in that first prediction, you guys both chose number 1 seeds, and everyone is predicting them. You guys choosing the easy ones. I was going out the box, throwing something in the ring. Clearly didn't work, but at least I tried.
I love
At least
it.
you admitted it.
All right, well, for my Final Four, I also have Duke. I think they're just going to have to start shooting better. I didn't really like the way they looked against UCF, although I think they finished the game brilliantly. I really liked how they did that. They have high basketball IQ to match with their talent, athleticism, so definitely going to go with them here. Is that sarcastic?
No, I said
No,
no.
we
You
can't
agree
argue
with
with
me?
you, dude.
Okay.
No.
100%.
Then I have Gonzaga. I think I'm the only one who picked them, right? Are
Sorry.
you laughing at me?
Nope.
Nope.
Hey, they had a tough
No.
regular season schedule. It came out with only 3
A
losses.
tough regular season. They
Yeah,
were
they
1
did.
and 2 versus top 25 teams. That means they played 3 top 25
They
teams.
only finished the season with 3 losses.
Yeah, and 2 of them were against top 25 teams.
Yeah, they had a tough overall schedule, and they did pretty well. Josh Perkins is a playmaker and a vet, so I'm excited to see what he has to do. And we all know they like to choke in the NCAA tournament. I think that's got to end eventually. I think this is going to be a good season for them.
The problem is they're always playing against easy teams, and as soon as they're playing against hard teams, I don't see them going in.
All right, well, we'll see. Next up, I have Tennessee. They are improving all of the
Hope not
time.
Kentucky.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know. Tennessee, they're improving all the time. Their win over Colgate was really impressive, as well as their big win over Iowa. Jason likes to say they can't hang with the big dogs, but they did that in the SEC semis. They did beat Kentucky. So, and I know we're going to talk about that, but hey, I am definitely picking Tennessee here. And then last but not least, as we all agree on this one, UNC. As you saw, I picked them in the way too early predictions. March Madness is madness, so I think that their experience is going to be super big for them here. We've already seen that really. Duke has struggled with that, and even Tennessee has struggled with that a little bit. So I think UNC has the upper hand on a lot of things here.
Yeah, I guess. You know, UNC is a good team. But, you know, and to wrap up for my Final Four predictions, you know, I have to go with Duke, the Blue Devils. They're the most talented team
Wow, pick Duke.
We
in
all
the
picked
tournament.
Duke. Isn't
The
that a
most
surprise?
talented team in the tournament. Zion, obviously, he's going to come out and just do his thing. But the thing they need to step up is Cam Reddish. He was number 3 ranked in the country coming out of high school. He hasn't shown it yet this year. He's had 2 good games. So he has to shoot the ball really well. Trey Jones, best defensive point guard in the country, he's going to have to come out and score and channel his inner Tyus Jones, who won a national championship for Duke in 2015.
Yeah, he's going to have to shoot better.
Yeah,
A
a
lot
lot
of the
better.
team. The whole team's going to have to shoot a little bit.
So for coming out of the West region, I have Florida State. And I'll tell you why. 3 key players on that team. Chris Kumaji. Everybody talks about Taco Fall, 7'6". Chris Kumaji, 7'4". And he's been doing it since he got to Florida State. He didn't even know what basketball was until he was like 18 years old. He was playing soccer.
That is impressive.
Yeah. And then you got to look at Kabengele, who averages about 14 points a game. He's 6'10". So when Kumaji goes to the bench, Kabengele comes off the bench. So you lose about 5 inches, but you gain a better score. And then Terrence Mann, he just mans you up, and he'll take you to the hole. He took John Morant to work. And that was the most impressive thing I think I've seen this tournament. And
you
then,
do know they are missing one of their better players as well, though. And Phil Colford.
yeah, Phil Colford, yeah.
To a very unfortunate
unfortunate
loss in his
that,
family.
yeah, he has to go home for that. But that'll make him play just a step up.
They might be a little bit out of their rhythm, though.
They might want to win for
Yeah,
Phil
have to
just a
look
little
out for
bit
that.
more.
Honestly, was gonna go for Florida State for a little bit. They were 6-4 against top 25 teams. I think that shows a lot of greatness on their end.
Yeah, and then you got to go with Virginia. I know you're going to bring it up. They lost to a 16 seed last year.
They almost did this year.
No, almost only counts in horseshoes, all right? This is basketball. They are number 1 seed for a reason. They got Ty Jerome, Kyle Guy, Jack Salt, who is a 7-footer, Amadi Diakite. Like,
Nice.
These guys are all upperclassmen who have been in the tournament the last 3 years. Sure, they lost last year. They want to win it now this year.
Every single one of those names you listed almost lost it to another 16 seed again.
They didn't almost lose.
It
They
was
won
close.
by like 20.
All right,
He's
let's.
saying almost only counts in horseshoes.
Oh, sure.
All right, and then you got to go with the Midwest, UNC. Yeah, they're the best team in the country. You play zone
Wow.
on them, they'll turn it up. Then you play man-to-man, they'll tear you up again. And
So
This-
all number 1
Duke
seeds
is the
from
best
Jayson.
team.
no, Florida State is a number 4 seed.
Oh, did you change that last minute? I thought you were
No,
picking
Florida
up-
State.
Well, almost all. That's a very okay.
Chalk.
Never mind.
Not something
What's
like,
better than chalk? Nothing.
All right.
Sorry? I want to kind of elaborate on the chalk part.
You don't know what chalk is?
All right, just going to go on.
I don't know what's going on. But Ram fans, that is all we have for this week. But head to Twitter now to tell us whose Final Four you think is most likely to happen. But stay tuned because up next, Corey has all your updates from track and field's outdoor debut from the new track in Fort Collins. Don't go anywhere.